And hello there, RJB here from RJB TV, returning yet again with more games between Burgersasu and Kuangai from China. Burgersasu representing Korea. And as of yet, Kuangai has not yet been able to take a game off of Burgersasu in this best of set. Are we going to see that change right here, right now, as Burgersasu goes into game number 4 with a 3-win lead, and Kuangai with 0 wins so far. He's been on Protoss every single game, and he's been displaying a pretty good Protoss in my opinion, but pretty good apparently does not get you a victory against Burgersasu. You have to be more than just pretty good. You have to be excellent, very good. You have to be superb. Is that going to change? Is he going to pull different moves out of his hat right here, right now? As he is not going for a mid-gate Protoss, he's going for a normal Protoss with the pylon inside of his base. It looks like those 3 games in a row where he failed to make anything significant happen with his mid-gate Protoss. Although in game number 1, he got pretty close to pushing Burgersasu back to the mineral line. All the way to the mineral line. He almost got there. But then the drop happened and game number 1 didn't really go too well for him. Is he going to put a change to all of that with his 7-9 pylon build order here, with his gateway already coming in, with a gas coming up in the back? He's going for something really aggressive here. But Burgersasu went for barrack, supply, barracks. So this is a very early focused build order from Burgersasu that might just allow him to actually do some damage before Kuangai is able to properly fight back. But Burgersasu scouts in the wrong direction, and we don't have a Zealot on him. He's going for a Dragoon build order here. He's going for a Dragoon build order. Maybe he's going for very fast Dark Templars. It's too early to call, but considering he's not yet making a Zealot, it has to be Dragoons. And the question of course becomes, is Burgersasu going to scout this base before Dragoons come out, or after the Dragoons come out? If he comes in here before Dragoons are out and about, ready to fight and defend, then Burgersasu might be able to do some damage on those probes. But look at this, he is being cheap and he's cutting corners. He's only scouting the chokes, and he actually misses his one opportunity to get all these Marines right here on those probes before the Dragoons spawn. And that might end up putting Kuangai in a really good position to win this game, because Burgersasu is going to get caught by surprise by Dragoons if this Marine does not go to the 12 o'clock spawn location. And it is in fact going to 12 o'clock spawn location. He's scouting the bases entirely, and he's going to build a bunker immediately. But now Kuangai starts his scout. He doesn't yet know where Burgersasu is, and this one Dragoon actually wanders and finds that choke. But the bunker almost finished up. He's not going to get there in time, and the Marines actually do push the Dragoons back a little bit. More Dragoons are on the way. We have a very fast robotics coming in there from Kuangai, and a very early double gas. Very early double gas. The double gas is actually that so extremely early that he is desynchronized on his Dragoon production. He is desynchronized. Well, now he is synchronized right here, but the Dragoons didn't all arrive there at the same time. Burgersasu though is in some trouble. Burgersasu is in some trouble. He has a Marine range on the way, and he's pulling more SCVs to the choke to help him fortify that bunker, because it might go down when Dragoon range kicks in before Marine range kicks in. There's a slight little difference. Let's keep it highlighted at the bottom. Dragoon range almost finished, like 2 or 4 more seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm wrong. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's coming in very. There it is. Those 10 seconds. So he starts shooting at a bunker, and the bunker immediately takes heavy amounts of damage, and dies. It instantly dies. Burgersasu did not pull enough SCVs, and this might just be the game. Burgersasu is making some mistakes here. Not enough SCVs, and a lot of Dragoons target firing on the bunker. Cool. Burgersasu is pushing back, but no, everything goes down. This is very bad for Burgersasu. It has Marines with no stim, no medics. You're on the scene, and Dragoons are just killing everything with ease. Looks like Kuangai is going to win his very first game here because Burgersasu is in a hole, and he's not going to get out of it. He is not going to get out of this hole. This is impossible to play. The supply difference is 26, and Dragoons are in the base. He didn't make enough bunkers, didn't have enough SCVs, and he gets absolutely destroyed within 5 minutes. So Kuangai, finally, with a little bit of luck, gets himself his very first win of this best of set. He doesn't go out without a win. Which means that currently there is a chance for him to make a comeback and get even more wins on the board and to avoid embarrassing China by not winning anything at all. So the first win on the board for Kuangai. Burgersasu didn't even call GG. He's embarrassed by his performance. You can feel it in the air. You can smell it. You just know that Burgersasu is absolutely raging so damn hard after losing like that. After losing like that, Burgersasu is the kind of player to slam on his desk and be like, "Whoa, why?" But yes, that happened. Now we're going into game number 5. Burgersasu, 1 o'clock spawn location on the Terran yet again. And Kuangai, you're on the purple Protoss right below him. I have a feeling that I know which direction this game is going to go, but I'm not going to say it out loud. I'm gonna think it because I want to keep this game in high suspense, but I have a feeling that this game is gonna go in a certain direction because usually with a high ground you kind of know where the game is gonna go, but will it though? We've seen players on this Protoss spawn location next to a Terran with the hill in between pull off some amazing victories. Even in very long games where the chances become smaller and smaller, we have seen some amazing victories off the back of very good Protoss play. So what is China Kuangai going to do? Is he going to go for a Dragoon Bull order again? Or is he going to go for something more standard? It's something more standard. He's going to go for a Nexus first. Burgersasu went for a supply depot first, which actually slightly reduces the amount of impact he can have with his early game rush. If he went for an 8 barracks instead of an 8 supply, he would have Marines out 14 seconds earlier, and he might have been able to stop that choke from happening that Kuangai is now going to build. He might have been able to stop that from happening, but currently, what we're looking at, Kuangai is probably going to finish Canis in the front. Now surprisingly, Kuangai, he is gonna make a gateway, but usually people pull this probe to the back, pull the gateway, and then send it back to the front. He keeps his probe in the front and pulls another probe that spawns and pulls the gateway. The SCV there finds the choke, and Burgersasu is now, kind of thinking to himself, I should have gone for an 8 barracks build order, not for a 9 barracks build order. Because the Marines, they are late. Very, very late to the scene, and the SCV there building a bunker is gonna die. It's almost finished though. He's gonna try to finish it with this one, but the cannons are also almost ready. It's like 2 seconds. 1, 2, and there it is. Closer to 4 seconds, but who cares? I'm just very bad at estimating how much time it will take for something to finish. I'm just very bad at it. Cybercore on the way, double caster in the back, double nexus, double cannon, double barracks. Burgersasu cancelled 1 barracks, and he immediately goes into a command center and gets a gas. He wants to go for fast factories, or maybe just a fast big economy. Maybe he's going to go for more barracks, but I have a feeling that we will see pretty fast factories coming out here from Burgersasu. He's keeping his Marines in his choke pathway because he wants to keep those probes out of his base. He does not want Kuangai to see what he's doing. So everything here is going to stay in the front, and he might even go for a wall off with supply depots right here to make sure that Zealots never, ever get into that base. factory there coming up from Burgersasu. So yeah, it is in fact a fast factory build order. It didn't start out as one, but it became one. Burgersasu adjusted and adapted based off of what he is seeing with his SCV. And with the SCV, he spies that Kuangai does not have a single unit that can hurt him at the moment. Triple cannon in the front, Marines coming towards that choke point, but we don't have an academy yet, so no stim, no medic. But he might put fear into Kuangai by putting his Marines right here, and it might give Kuangai the idea that Burgersasu already has stim and already has medics, which might force Kuangai to get a couple more cannons. And a couple more cannons might just hurt his build order just a tiny bit enough for Burgersasu to get an advantage out of it. But he doesn't see it. He does not see it. We have stim on the way, no medics being built, he's still only on... Oh, medics are being built, but it's still only a double barracks build order, not that many Marines. He's going for a starport, going for an add-on on the factory, and here still running in circles on the single gateway. Single gateway usually means that it's just going to be Reaver drops, no frontal attack with Zealot Reaver. It's going to be drops, no frontal attack. If you wanted to go for a frontal attack, you would have already built 2 more gateways to start producing more Zealots. You would already be getting Zealot speed, but he's not getting Zealot speed. He's not getting shuttle speed either, actually. A little bit surprising. He's going for a very fast Templars Archive. The downside of this very fast Templars Archive is that the speed on the shuttle gets delayed a lot. And it just delays it. Because this gas could have been spent on shuttle speed, and then you go for a slightly slower Templars Archive. But he went for a faster Templars Archive for obvious reasons. He wants High Templars, he wants Storm. Maybe he does not. It could be a sign that he's not perfectly optimized with Protoss, but he's getting a Dark Templar to push the Marines back, or maybe just to annoy here on the side. Marines have retreated, he's building a wall in the front, getting a bunker, getting a turret, getting turrets on the side as well, still only on 1 starport, 1 factory. This is very bare bones from Burgersasu. He's playing this on probably the least possible. Reaver arrives in the front, tank in the back sieges up. 3 Zealots come in for a party, and they want to party really hard. The Reaver goes down, but the tank goes down. This is really well played. This is probably the most you can get out of a 3 Zealot, 2 Reaver, 1 Dark Templar attack. This is the most you can achieve with that. This is like, he's overachieving with an attack that should not have been able to achieve this. This should not have been possible, but it happened. Good micro, and very good target selection, and perhaps a pretty bad tank placement there from Burgersasu. He has scan energy, he's trying to lock down that Dark Templar, but the Dark Templar is just scouting the base and not really attacking anything. Although there he goes for the starport because there's nowhere left to run. So that one's gonna go down, goodbye. But now a counter drop from Burgersasu, tanked up there, arriving on the scene. Cannons are not yet finished up. Cannons are still warping in, probes are running to safety. Is he gonna get something? 23 kills, oh my god, that was the worst possible thing that could have happened to Kuangai. The worst possible thing. It was a pretty poor and bad probe. He's gonna get another shot off. No, gets taken down there by the Reaver. Reaver saves the day, but that's a lot of dead probes. That's a lot of dead probes, and he would have rather have kept them alive, but the probe pool was not good enough, and the timing of the drop was just perfect. That was a perfectly timed drop. He defends the attack and immediately goes for a counter strike with a tank drop, and he's already back for more. Another tank drop is trying to find a spot to unload, but he knows he can't, but he's gonna keep on trying. Actually, Kuangai slips up, tank sieges up, tank gonna shoot, it's low, and gets another 6 kills, so that's 29 probes so far dead and gone, murdered brutally, without mercy, by Burgersasu, who is currently not yet in a supply lead, but he has more SCVs, which is technically a huge lead over the Protoss. When you as a Terran have more workers, you are going to explode economically, and of course your supply is going to explode as well. Everything is going to explode. He's going to build his base very quickly compared to Kuangai and max out before Kuangai, despite Kuangai currently having more supply. but less production capability. Burgersasu has just secured himself a comfortable game. By killing those probes. Kuangai really has to do some damage here. He has to hit Burgersasu really hard, which he can do. There's not that many Marines on the top side. He flies in, unloads the Reavers. 3 shells get taken down before they can all unload. Only 1 Zealot and 2 Reavers make it onto the ground. But another drop from the bottom comes in. Reaver is on the scene. Reaver shoots. Maybe it was from the same group. But that Reaver did a number on Burgersasu. So yeah, looks like Kuangai managed to pay back Burgersasu. Just perfectly fine. Goes from being behind to being in the lead. This is now pretty bad for Burgersasu. The Reavers do go down. The High Templar gets taken down as well before they can really kill anything except a couple of turrets, which is pretty good. Because now there's an opening for Kuangai to fly in from, but the engineering bay spots it. Marines on the scene, stimming to intercept, and they do intercept with ease. Shells get taken down. That is gonna give Burgersasu like 30 seconds, maybe more breathing time to recover his economy and to reorganize his base and prepare for the next drop. Goes for a triple or double scan. Let's see what he sees. Triple scan. Sees the top side, bottom side, and the front side. Basically the entire base. He has all the information he could ever possibly want. And that is to prepare himself against a drop that is coming in very soon. We got level 1 attack on the way there for those gateway units. Level 2 attack on the way. Dragoon range on the way. We have 2 more forges for armor and shield. Kuangai, in my opinion, is better at this build order than his midgate. His midgate loses steam and diversity. Right here, he's progressing nicely. He's spending very quickly. And he has a lot of probe protection. Although earlier he didn't, but now he does. It's looking fine. It's looking really good. I have high hopes and expectations for Kuangai against Burgersasu here, who is currently on triple command center, 47 SCVs. That's almost a 20 worker difference. Double armory coming in. He's building more turrets on the sides. Got pretty good information. A warning system of structures and dropships floating about that Kuangai is now going to kill. He's going to reduce the amount of vision Burgersasu has, which of course reduces the amount of response time he has. If you can see drops coming from miles away, responding is easy. If you have almost no reaction time, it is going to be pretty difficult to get them in. To defend against them, I mean. Drop comes in, bottom side, Marines in between, Marines sniping the shuttles, Reavers unload, Templar unloads as well, is going to try to kill all those Marines, opens up a pathway, picks up the Reaver, tries to get closer to the SCVs, but winds up largely just killing Marines, and he kills a lot of Marines. Actually, that was a really, really good drop. He has to fly in a second drop soon. Really soon. Oh wait, he picked up a High Templar. Burgersasu doesn't notice, starts to fly, starts to unload. Burgersasu runs away, but the High Templar has no energy for a storm. So lucky break there for Burgersasu, although he did pull those SCVs away in time. But that is some good trickery from Kuangai. It shows that he has great awareness of what units he has on the map, where and at what time, and how to maybe get something more out of them. And as I said before, his macro is really good. I'm liking this a lot. He's looking way better in this game than he did in every single game before this. But I don't want to call it too early. Like, I am being excited and hyped about Kuangai's prospects at the moment. But it's Burgersasu, and Burgersasu has made comebacks from worse situations. And with those tanks on the high ground, things are starting to look pretty dangerous for Kuangai. He needs carriers, but he's not yet building carriers. He only has 1 Stargate. I think he needs carriers at the moment. He needs them soon, but he's going very hard into that gateway production. He has 7, 6, he's got 13 gateways at the moment. He's going to only get more and more of them. Drop from the top side comes in. Nothing in between to snipe them. although the Marines are moving towards the command center ready to snipe and defend, starts target firing the shuttles. The shuttles do unload, but it looks like the High Templars and the Reavers do not unload. So it's only Zealots on the scene, and the Zealots, they do absolutely nothing. Easily defended. Very good, precise movement there from Burgersasu. And Kuangai may be a little bit too greedy. Maybe he should have just unloaded here on the hill, take down those 2 tanks, and unload right here, take down these 2 tanks, and try to force open a pathway for the next drop. Because the longer this goes on, the closer those tanks will get to these probes. And that is bad news. Kuangai really should have already started building carriers. He's still going for Gateway Mass, and Gateway Mass is just very bad at defending against tanks on these high grounds. I really think he should have gone for carriers. He's trying to end this with drops, but Burgersasu, he's pretty good at defending against drops with 74 SCVs alive, and they're gonna run to safety very, very soon. There they go, running to safety. Templars getting sniped, target fired. Reaver does shoot, but the Reaver hits only 6 SCVs. So yeah, Burgersasu is... his position is improving. With every single second this game goes on, Burgersasu's position is getting better and better. Oh, gets a good shot off on those probes, but only a couple of them die. Like maybe 10 of them died. Keeps most of them alive, but cannons are dying on the top side, and the tanks keep getting closer and closer. This game is now changing from Kuangai dropping and pushing onto Burgersasu to a reversal. Burgersasu is now in the driver's seat, because he is in a constant position to put those probes at danger, at a risk of dying, which of course puts Kuangai's game in danger as well. Scans, too far away to hit those probes, Reavers kill the tanks. But it's costing Kuangai a lot of minerals and resources to keep cleaning out this top corner. The resources required to keep cleaning this top corner are huge, humongous. Whereas it's relatively cheap for Burgersasu to put tanks right here. It's relatively cheap for him to do. Okay, pretty good move, taking down those tanks with Zealots, but the tanks are getting very close to the probes, runs away, does not get within range. The probes do stay alive. It's getting dangerous. He also has some pretty good upgrades there. Rolls very close, rolls too close. 5 kills, only 5 kills. One more shot. Did not get one more shot, but more tanks arrive. Reaver there on the side, defending. They have pretty good range, but the tanks are dangerous. The tanks are very, very dangerous. Can Kuangai do this? If only he had carriers. Burgersasu has nothing that can defend against carriers. If Kuangai had carriers, this would perhaps be a win for Kuangai. But no carriers on the scene. He's stuck to the gateways and the drops. He misread the situation. He's gonna get taken down at some point. I don't see this ending well. Maybe he can pull off a miracle, but I do not see this ending too well. He's trying to bait scarab shots, but can't quite find it. Kuangai is doing a pretty good job at recovering, but there's a tank below this engineering bay that's really making life difficult for him. Vessel on the scene. Vessel is there to maybe EMP the Nexus, but largely there to detect, of course, those annoying Dark Templars that might be used to help him defend. Big drop there, loaded up from Kuangai. Kuangai is going to send us over the top corner and fly straight towards the home run. Can he make this one count? Of course, he gets taken down. Reavers arrive. Burgersasu not responding, starts to unload. There's a lot of Marines, and there's a lot of Marines and bunkers. A lot of High Templars start storming, hits everything really, really hard. He's hitting him really, really hard. That's about 25 SFVs dead and gone. Command Center might go down as well. Although Marines coming into stim. Sieging, he's building command centers there. He's getting closer to the Nexus, getting close to the probes. Burgersasu successfully defends. 62 SCVs do survive, lost 25, but 62 alive is all that matters. And more SCVs arrive to start building structures. He's got some Marines on the scene as well. This army on the corner is getting stronger and stronger. And this drop here, oh, it's just getting stronger and more difficult to defend. He needs some High Templars to storm this all to Kingdom Come. But, oh, tries to fly in with it. Shuttle to unload Zealots, but oh, the Marines do go down, but the tanks stay alive. And now he can roll forward with no units remaining. He can roll forward, start killing the last couple of cannons, and then fly even closer and closer. Defensive medics, they're on the scene. A couple more dropships coming in, unloading behind the wall of command centers. Burgersasu is now styling on Kuangai, who is in a pickle. To say the least, he is in a pickle. Can he shoot those probes? Not yet. Not yet. Another group of shuttles. What's he gonna do? He's picking up zealots. He has to kill this right now. Another group of dropships coming in. Very close. Starts to unload. Starts to siege up. Starts to shoot another probes. Probes try to run away, but oh, they all get taken down immediately. 42 kills. Oh, that's brutal. 8-2. He pretty much killed the entire economy. And he only has 450 minerals remaining. Make it 0 minerals remaining. He does kill all the tanks, but his economy is dead and gone. Starts building a command center here as well. Burgersasu is showing off and he wins the game. Despite a couple of small setbacks, he wins the game in true Burgersasu fashion with the bad manners. He even starts building a refinery. At this point, he's just having fun. And Kuangai loses game number 5. Burgersasu proves himself to be too strong. The one loss was a freak accident, and every single other game was Burgersasu showing up in full force with all of his bravado and took down Kuangai 4 wins to 1 loss. I hope you enjoyed this series, maybe a little bit one-sided, looking back at it, but I wanted to give Kuangai a fighting chance at proving himself to be worthy, and I do see glimpses of brilliance. So I will give him another chance in the near future, but in this series, he did get beaten up pretty hard, pretty badly. But I do believe he has what it takes, because Burgersasu is just that good. It's more that Burgersasu is just too damn good, and that Kuangai simply couldn't box up to him. So anyway, I will see you in the next video very soon. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you enjoy the next one as much as I will. See you very soon.